36 bricks here, and this is my Lego room. Let's check it out. All right, guys, stream's going to start in a few seconds, so let's get those conversations rolling, participate in chat, and let's have a great time. Let's get building.
Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? You guys hear me now? Test, test, test. There we go. Hey, Paul, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. I'm just making sure the sound quality is good, and then I'll mute it. I'm just making sure the sound quality. Okay. So hope you are doing well. As I was saying, if you guys are here, thank you so much for coming out and joining the fun. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Don't really have anything planned as far as building. I'm mainly just cleaning up my desk, cleaning up my room a bit, and all that kind of fun stuff. If you've been watching my YouTube channel, you know that I've been working on everything quite a bit. Got the new tables going, got things working on the city. Matt, what's up, dude? Holy shit, who's this guy? I know. Um, yeah, so a lot's been going on. So let me just before I get into just cleaning up and everything, to kind of recap a little bit. So about 9 months ago, um, just as I was like, all right, I'm gonna start this, start getting things rocking and rolling. I ended up taking a position or a job for a nationwide photography company. And I was working 40 hours a week. The only 2 days that I got off were Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And even then, I was pretty much still working those 2 days because, um, especially during the holidays, the studio was still open and I was being called. Even though I wasn't getting paid, I wasn't getting calls, or I was getting called and all that kind of fun stuff. And it was just, I didn't really have time to do anything. And so I still tried to maintain my YouTube channel, was posting videos regularly, but I really couldn't get on to stream because I didn't have a couple hours to designate just to stream. Which I know sounds funny because it's like, well, take those 2 hours that you're producing videos and do that, and it's not the same. Um, Hey, Mike, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you, dude. Um, so I took that position, and I didn't have time to do anything. I didn't even have time to be with my family and celebrate my birthday. Or I was able to get Christmas off, but couldn't really celebrate because there were still so many new things going on. And as you guys know, during the holiday, my room mudded and flooded, so was dealing with that and all that jazz. And then um, I was having problems at work with my boss. Not to go into a lot of details, but essentially, I was getting harassed. And it got to the point where I was done. So about 3 weeks ago, um, I decided to put in my 2 week notice, and this last week I've fulfilled my 2 weeks, and last week I just kind of took that time to be you know, with my family, and just took the time to focus on things a little bit more around the house and just relax. And then I will probably get back into the job swing as I get a new position or a different position, if that even happens, um, and all that kind of fun stuff. So fast forward to now. I need to clean up my room still. Uh, there's a lot. I mean, if I focused on damn man, that's crazy. Yeah. So and then we've had some things, deaths in the family in the last 9 months. Again, I mean, it seems crazy to keep saying that, but you know, um, so those things were kind of happening. I don't like the format. Can I open? Yeah, there we go. I like that better. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, um, that's kind of been what's going on in my world. So right now, what my plan is today is to just kind of hang out with you guys. I'm gonna be sorting, um, but ultimately that's my plan. That's my hope. And it did just register that somebody subbed to my channel, but it didn't tell me who that was. So, thank you for that. Let me see if I can go to my creator dashboard, which I haven't. See, I haven't done a lot of this stuff in months, so it's really, really, I have to get used to it. It's quiet, too quiet. but it doesn't show me who my subscribers are, um, or who just subscribed. So, for the person that just subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Um, we are currently at 500 followers and then one subscriber. Haven't really been focusing on the channel a whole lot as far as especially here on Twitch. Um, but I've been focusing on videos on YouTube. But yeah, so I appreciate the follow or the subscribe. It really actually means a lot. Um, and yeah, so anything like I said, my goal today is to kind of hang out, and I'm going to sort and clean up the room a bit because it's still a mess, and go from there. So I leave it in your hands. Um, Anybody want to talk about anything? Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Um, Anything like that. I know there's some things going on in the community right now that are a bit crazy. I do have my opinions, but and I'm not trying to lead the conversation or gear the conversation toward that. I'm just saying. Um, and then yeah, so I'm gonna start things off by kind of sorting my table here, and then we'll go from there. So I will change my view. Let me see what I got. This year we had another red-tailed hawk that that fell from the tree, and so let me see. Excuse me. So I've been also nursemaiding it back to life, which has been fun. Or not back to life, but back to health. And I'm trying to see if I have a video. My phones are in the house. So, but I'm not seeing. You probably can't hear. I thought I had it, but I guess I don't. Let me see if it's in here. I'm trying to pull it up. Sorry. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right, so yeah, it looks like I can. So this is Jerry. I will rewind it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear the audio. If you can, please let me know, or if you can't, please let me know, and I will see if I can fix that. I'm not sure if I can, but yeah. So actually, if I click that, maybe. Let's see. All right, so this is what. So this is Jerry. The video is a little shaky. I apologize. It's on my phone work or my work phone. Um, I don't know if you guys heard that. But yeah. So, um, If not, then I can probably turn up my other. But yeah, so I've been catching squirrels for him. I got some feeder mice and rats for him, um, and all that kind of fun stuff. So it was really cool that he's been allowing us to help him. But yeah, so fun stuff. All right, so let me click out of that and go back. Okay. So yeah. So that's been another fun filled adventure. And yeah, um so yeah, again, hope you guys are all doing well. And having fun. Okay, so let's I'm gonna play some music so I can hear it. I'm gonna cut this off again. And then we'll go from there. All right, so let's see. We're gonna Okay, so essentially all we're doing is kind of sorting this stuff. Um Actually, a lot of this is not going to be sorted because it's a current build that I'm working on. So I'm going to just scoop it up, scoop all the stuff that I'm actually working on. So all this stuff goes in this bin here because it goes to the current build. So what's going on in the world? Again, anything you guys want to talk about, just let me know. Does this? Oh, I have that a different. I think I need these actually. Let me go get that build real quick. I feel like if I don't, this is get messy. So, Okay. Oh, sorry, man. Busy with the work thing, but yeah, sorry to hear about the life shiz, but it's nice to see you here. Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be seen, to be honest. I know that probably sounds weird, but um, it is nice to be seen. But how you do, man? How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Let's see what all of this is. Okay. How was your trip? I know you recently just got back. I think you went to is it the Bahamas, St. Thomas? I can't remember where you went. But how was your trip? I saw pictures online, so I kind of know how it went. Obviously, it went good. Hopefully, you got some nice R&R in there. Mhm. I feel like All right, so for those of you that haven't really been following my YouTube channel, I have been cleaning up my room and getting the city situated. Uh, as I've kind of said multiple times in the past, can't really like fully build. It's kind of a struggle to build if you are not organized, if you don't have things kind of in the proper order. So my goal for a while has been to get that situated, and to get that part of the room really organized and um, essentially where it needs to be, which with the new job was a struggle. It's still like it's there's still a lot of progress that needs to be made, but it's coming along nicely. um so I have almost everything, um all of my colored parts now organized into individual parts, which has been amazing, to say the least. Actually, these two. So I now am in a situation where I have, um what is it? I have only black. I pretty much have all of. Hey, Coaster Bricks, hello. Good to see you back streaming. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I was just kind of showcasing, like, I'm kind of getting back into things a bit. It's, with me, we're having a full-time position and, trying to juggle family. It's been difficult. And of course, family always comes first. So, that's kind of been where everything has been focused. Um, Rightfully so, of course. Um, and that's why I kind of haven't really been able to stream a whole lot, is because I've been so focused on everything else. Um, I mean, streaming as much or keeping up on the channel, of course, is kind of a full-time position. Even though, of course, as content creators, we're not getting paid full-time. Um, but uh it's still on the difficult side to kind of maintain when you have another full-time position. Fortunately, and as well as unfortunately, that position, I decided to leave that position. So now I'm not working. Um and it gives me more time to hello, more time to do this kind of stuff. So that's and I need to clean up the space, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is cleaning up the space as always, because the space is always a mess. Um and then I will probably, once I get this space taken care of, I will probably do some sorting. That way I'm in one spot and going from there. Oh. But how's everything going with you? Put these in a bag. Till I find that other piece. So essentially, like I said, what I'm doing right now is I am, sorting parts, cleaning up my desk to start, and then I will start getting into. I don't know if I'm going to sort bins or if I am going to disassemble Johnny Five and start disassembling sets that I've been meaning to disassemble. What do you guys think? Should I disassemble sets or organize bins? Well, I guess I'll play it by ear when that gets time. Okay. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Why are all of you over here? Don't have any more of these. So I'm getting up to go over there. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so there's that, and then, well, that's local here. Okay. Stalker. Saw a bunch of these in here, and it never fails. Like, you see a bunch somewhere, and then you go to actually sort it or do stuff with it, and then you never see what you originally saw. Maybe that's what every little thing I do is enough for you. I just saw like several of these. You know, I probably need to get my eyes checked. That's gonna be me. No choice. No, no, time to wait. want to see. Now watch I put them away and then I find them. Because that's a thing. Somebody says it's gonna be me. You see. Gonna be me. All that I do is not enough for you. All right. Still here listening while I am processing work tickets. No worries. I know you're busy, but actually wanted to get your input. How have you been sorting? Like how extensive do you go when it comes to sorting? Like, because I know you are limited on space, but I don't know, like, are you just doing like bricks, bricks, tiles, plates, and then miscellaneous? Like, um, how is your sorting structure overall? So this is where I'm getting at is so I feel like some things get lost because I have bricks, plates, and then down here is tiles and miscellaneous. But I feel like the slopes kind of get lost in the bricks because they are bricks, but like they're also still different. So like 1x2 slopes, whether they're verted or inverted, um, versus like 2x2 slopes, inverted versus verted. Like those are not together, but I feel like they should be. But then if I put them together, then it's not size. A mess, huh? Smaller and unique things I tend to do by part type, bricks and slopes things by color, plates I am doing by sizes. So what? Okay. All right. So, okay. I mean, all right. It kind of puts me. I mean, Matt, that just didn't help me. I mean, what the hell? Just kidding. No, so cool. Okay, that kind of gives me an idea on what other people are doing. Um, because that has been a struggle where I'm like, I don't like I feel like these get lost, so I feel like I should. Here they are. I feel like I should change that, but then I know it's hard for me to change stuff like that because I feel like it might. And then that's the thing too, like I as I'm sorting, like I feel like there's like it's a whole bigger thing. Yeah, 7 years is in now and still have no good idea on how to best do it, man. Yeah, well, because I feel like there's no perfect way. Because like even okay, so like as I'm sorting, especially with the the light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, um, black, um, like now I'm running into the Technic stuff, right? Which I don't do a lot with Technic. So I'm like, do I even sort that? Because like why would I spend time to sort something that I'm never going to use? Well, if I'm never going to use, then why should I keep it? Should I just give it to friends that I know are heavily Technic? And then it runs into, yeah, but what if I do need Technic? I don't want to sit there and be in that situation of, oh, can I get some of that back? Or then I'm spending money, to buy those items. Um, and I don't want to spend like I am trying to minimize, especially now that I'm, not working again. I have to try to minimize what I spend. I have gone to the Lego store a couple times. I've ordered a few things. Especially July or the June 1st. I ordered a couple things last night because I was able to. Um and then I've recently acquired some parts. Or purchased some parts off the pab walls. In fact, I was talking to so over the weekend we had a bricks and minifigures event, which was awesome. And it was up in Vegas. So it was awesome to go hang out with the crew and all of that. And like it was funny because one of the lug members was like, dude, like just out of curiosity, like how many when you see a part on the wall, how many do you like how much do you buy? Because like your collection is so extensive. And I'm like, well, it depends on the piece. For the longest time I was doing a minimum of like 6 boxes. And he's like, oh my God. And I said, yeah. And I go, but then it got to the point where like a lot of the parts are just kind of sitting in boxes, not really doing anything. So it's like, what's the point of having that part? However, there's been times where I'm like, oh my God, I wish I would have. I've purchased the 6 boxes, and then I'm like, oh my God, I wish I would have purchased more because, I ran out of that part. So that's where it kind of becomes, it's hard. Say it's true. It's something close. And then it also, like right now, I'm focused more on all of the parts and getting them situated than actually building my, you know, I love to build, so I'm stepping away from what I love doing. Okay, these I'm just gonna all put in one. Where did it go? All right, so some of these I'm gonna sort like by part type, like faces and like minifigure, uh, like neck pieces, and then like utensils. Like instead of, you know, sorting them by, oh, these are all forks, these are all spoons. I'm going to do, these are all things that minifigures hold. To an extent. Headpieces, hair pieces, hats. I might do hats and helmets versus hair. It just I think it's gonna wrap up to what space and how many, you know, how much um uh how many slots I have available. So you can see kind of like scarves, all that can all be in one. And the same with like animals. I think I'm gonna do like all birds, all fish, to an extent, all dogs, all cats, like not all in one, but like all cats in one, all dogs in one, doesn't matter the type, all of that kind of fun stuff, because then that helps to where, I mean, because if you have like 15 types of dogs, you don't want 15 different bins. I mean, or unless you do, but that, like, there's already a lot of space that I'm taking up. That goes around the neck, so I'll put that in there. Hello, hello, hello. Ken, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Everyone's supposed to hope you've been well. I have been well. As always, ups and downs, but I have been, I am doing pretty good. Hope you guys are all doing awesome. So I am just kind of sorting right now, and just kind of making small chat or small talk. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please don't hesitate to ask. Or if there's a topic that you guys want to, if there's anything that you guys want to talk about or ask my opinion on, um, let her rip. Let her rip. Sup, Matt? Good to see you. Talking amongst yourselves, cool. Because that's what it's all about. It's about bringing the community together. Hello, minions! Scat! Molder, number one Molder. I honestly I don't. If you're talking about Mulder, like as in Mulder and Scully, um, like as in the X-Files, I am very apologetic because I've never actually watched the show, so I don't know anything about any of that. So my deepest and sincere apologies on that regard. And then I saw another one. I'll find it. All right, so let's start actually filtering these in. Oh, since I'm not really going to the part wall right now, we will transition back. So you guys can kind of see what I've been doing. There's the other one. What was that? Oh, I missed it. I think I have been. I don't think I haven't been with these because I haven't been the other. Okay. All right. So, like I said, as you guys can kind of see, this is the plan for today is just kind of sorting, chillaxing, hanging out with you guys, getting back into the swing of sorting and not just sorting, but like hanging out, talking with you guys and all that kind of fun stuff. I am hoping to make it a regular thing. I honestly don't know when I would be able to. Um, More on a constant basis, but it would be nice to see you back a bit more, man. It would be very nice to be seen a back bit. It would be very nice to be seen back a bit more. Why do you got to throw out tongue twisters, man? Like see how you treat me? You give me all these big words to say. LOL. I'm sorry. A B C D E F G. Uh, Oddly enough, Matt or anybody watching, have you guys seen that show 1%? The crazy part about it is I actually do fairly well on that show. I have not been on the show itself, but me and my family watch it, and I actually do fairly well. So if you don't know the premise of 1%, um, essentially what it's about is they have 100 people that they ask, and it's a series of harder questions as the show goes on. And if you get one, it's a one and done situation where if you get one answer incorrect, you're gone. And once you get to a certain point, you do get what's called a pass, meaning that you can use a pass on a question, but it costs you like each person is worth $1,000. So essentially, at the end of the show, you have a chance to win $100,000. So, which again is still crazy because if we bring up uh um Lego Masters, you are on a show for like months, similar to Survivor, and the top prize is $100,000. Versus you go on a show like the 1% or the floor or one of those, and it's like $100,000, and they're only on for a certain period of time. 1%, it's uh you could win $100,000 each episode versus the floor. I think you can win 250,000, and it's a season wide show or a season long show versus um, Lego Masters. It's a season long show, and that's not tearing down the show. I'm just saying in general, like uh, you would clearly make more money on other shows. I mean, even what $1,000 pyramid or $100,000 pyramid. So if anybody's listening and you want to try out for that show, don't do it for the money. Do it for the experience. Do it for the fun. That's why I tried out. Okay. Looks like I don't have. Why am I not seeing this part? Oh. Okay, so moving right along. Some of these I definitely have to rearrange because they don't, like, I have some parts that are in the wrong area. All right. On that note, I have to go to the restroom. And oh, you can't even see me anyway. Hello. All right. So you're right. All right, I am back. Guess who's back? Back. Tell a friend, friend. Get this. Time flies when you're having fun. All right. Let's see. I think these all go in the same spot. We're getting there. We're getting there. Shoot, I'm not seeing it. I don't have. All right, I'll go back to it. Oops. Always fun when you can't find a part. So many containers. I know, and I have more. So I have um I as far as sorry, let me go on here. So I actually have more because I need to empty this space over here and put the two bins here. And then I have on my project wall, basically, I'm turning that into more of a part wall, and I already have I projected it, and I think I need 20 for that wall, and I have those. Or no, I need 30 for that wall, and I have the 30. So I have 32 that I still haven't put up. 32 times 9, do the math. I did the math at one point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 times 2 is 36. 18 plus 16. 18 plus 16 is 20, 34. 35. What? No, 18, 36. 36 plus 16. 36, 46, 52, 53, 54. And then 30. That's 84. I have 84 of these containers, but it's like 32 of them haven't been placed yet. And once I get this situated, then I can start adding to that. And then this section will probably be miscellaneous and like small parts, all of that kind of fun stuff. And then this will truly be bricks, plates, tiles. And then I'm hoping because what is that? 80, what do we say? 86? What is it? 18. Real quick, let's do the math. So it's how many containers is that? So 18 plus 18 plus 18, or 18 times 3. I'm not going to do that. That's 36. 18 plus it's more than 500. So it's 18 times 3 equals, so on the other one, or so on the one wall, as of right now, it's 54 times 9 drawers. That's okay, you were close. 486 parts. That's on that wall. And then there's going to be another 30. So 30 times 9 equals 270. So that would be 270 plus 486 equals. Oh, shit. So that's a total of 756 parts, individualized parts, not including the top section. Damn! All right, and I need this back because I ordered some parts on Bricklink, and of course, because of where I live, I'm required to have a PO box, and they every once in a while I run into an issue with that. Uh, however, it's not 100% accurate because there are some parts where I have so little of them. I did not separate them. Um, Truly appreciate it. As we were preparing your order shipment, our shipping software was unable to fully validate the shipping address. Okay. Hold on. I live in an area that requires a PO box. However, Bricklink does not allow us to enter in PO box as for shipping. So, so Hold on, because I want the shipment number as um all right. Again, sorry about that. My apologies. Um oh yeah, that's the big order. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back to sorting. So to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on, I in the process of parting out Tortuga, Thieves of Tortuga. I like the set a lot. I think it would go really well with the Italian Riviera set, as well as the um, a few other sets that I have. I'm drawing a blank right now. So I want to merge all those together and expand that little village area. Um, and I needed quite a few parts. I had most of the parts. Um, I mean these are all the parts that I have for the set. Um, but there's still it's roughly about, I mean, I've added parts to it so the whole order is like $150. However, again, like probably half the order is not for Tortuga. So it's to help expand that build in as its whole. So, but I live in an area that requires a PO box. There are quite a few times where the seller tries to ship to the PO box and their software does not allow that. They can't verify the address, how I have to put it in order for me, because Bricklink does not allow shipping to PO boxes, nor does PayPal and a lot of other entities allow for purchasing and then having it shipped to PO boxes. So I have to kind of do a workaround in order to do that. Which sucks, but I get it. It is what it is. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So yeah, so it ends up being about 756 parts. Give or take. It's probably more along the lines of 800 parts. But there are 756 drawers. I need to write that down somewhere because I end up what ends up happening is I tend to go over that multiple times with people and then I forget the numbers. But yeah. Okay, so I pretty much have everything organized now. So now it's just kind of finishing up the process of putting everything away. Excuse me. Thought I had this, but then again, I have a bin of these, so I probably just threw them in there. Re-verifying. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Okay. Damn, Gene. Now I find it right away. That's funny. But also, that's the thing too. Is this kind of gives you guys an idea of how long it takes to do some of this stuff. I mean, if you look at it, so we've been on for almost 2 hours, and like I've sorted just the table. All right, I'm trying to think because I think a lot of these parts I don't actually have bins for. Hmm? All right, yeah, so a lot of these don't have bins yet. So I will have to see what I can do. Wah wah. This is true. Like, and that's what I said. That's why I was like kind of saying is like I have a lot of parts that don't have bins. So like I mean I can put them in bins. Um but then I'm basically going to have to start to resort them anyway. So like for example, a lot of these parts, if I which I don't even have a spot for, that like so like these are all Technic stuff. These are 1x1 printed tiles. I have started to separate those, and I will do like 1x1 printed round printed tiles. uh I'll put them in categories instead of just individual parts. um and like the containers, something along the lines of a container, right? So to transition, this is what I have left. But like these pieces here, this forms two different pieces, right? So you have the base of the trunk and then you have the lid of the trunk. Well, I just keep them together. Well, if I was to put them in here, I can only fit so much. And like I probably have less than what will fit in here, but I don't want to do like a whole section of containers to where it's like every container they're like if I did like these kind of containers, and then like the trash cans as a container, like in all those, I am not going to have room for them to fit in here. Uh but I don't want 9 different slots where I have each container. That's sometimes the challenge I have, is figuring out how to deal with that. Exactly. I mean, it's like this pile right here, right? It's all the utensils or things minifigures carry. So I have scissors, I have forks, I have spoons, I have wrenches, like I have, swords. That is all going to go into a container because I don't have enough spoons by themselves to warrant a full container. Nor do I have a full bin of forks to warrant having a container. So I just put them all, I'm going to be putting them all in one section. Anything that a minifigure has around their neck. So beards, scarves, backpacks, all of that stuff. Those will all go in one container. Bones, for example. So I have the small bones and then I have the big bones or longer bones. Well, do I really want to have, I mean, because the bone piece, I would have to look up, but I only think it comes in white. So, if that's truly the case, and there's only 2 bones, there's a long bone and a short bone, then all of those bones should just go into one bin or drawer. It just doesn't make sense otherwise. Unless I, unless this was an entire part room, right? Like if I didn't have the tables in between and this was just my build space and I had this full room, then okay, fine. At some point I would do that. But like all the headpieces, I might do a separate I might do it separate where all of the hair go in one and then all of the helmets or hats go in another. But then you run into the problem of, well, what about the pieces that are combos where it's the hat and the hair combined? Do those go in a separate drawer, or which one does that go into? Probably end up going into a secondary drawer. I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is like pulling a section out every other one and putting in an empty one and then reorganizing all these parts. I know that sounds insane. I've been called worse. Um, but like I said, on the far side, there's pieces that belong over here. It's just I don't have the room to keep shifting them. And then, of course, as new parts come into play, they fit where they fit. It's a never-ending battle. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, I think that's it. We've been going for a little over an hour. I'm a little hungry. I haven't had breakfast. And then I've got some more things I need to do. But it was really nice hanging out. It was really nice hanging out. So thank you guys. Thanks to those who kind of stopped by. Thank you, whoever subscribed. Appreciate it. Donated to the channel. I really do appreciate that. Paul Jordan, again, thanks for stopping by. Of course, my buddy Matt, always hanging out. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Mike, Maiku-san, and going back to Matt, guys, if you haven't checked out his channel, I still need to revamp all this shit as far as the shout outs and stuff like that. But if you haven't checked out his channel, he's live streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then Sunday at, like, I believe Saturday and Sunday. My apologies. Saturday, I know it's in the morning at like 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Same with Sunday. Something around those times. Check his channel out for more details. He brings on some of our friends to hang out. Let's see. Mike Kusan, same thing. I don't know if he's streaming anymore, but if he is, go check him out. Coaster Bricks, thank you again for hanging out and chatting for a little bit. Everyone's favorite hero, again, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Kenneth, where'd it go? Kenneth Bird, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. EMS Coaster is a streamer too. Oh, okay. So go ahead and check him out. What is it? Coaster, where'd it go? Coaster Ricks 97. Check his channel out. Go check out his streams. Let's see who else stopped in. Scotty Rotten Scott. He definitely streams. Go check him out. I don't know what he streams anymore, to be honest. I haven't been catching up on everybody, but I do know that he was doing retro sets for a while and then just hanging out. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. If you like my content and want more, please consider joining one of my memberships and and supporting the channel. Every little bit helps and goes right back into the channel. It allows me to buy more sets and more parts, and all of that kind of fun stuff. So again, thank you for that. Appreciate it. And then Scotty on almost every day. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He's very popular. But yeah, so that'll do it, guys. Thanks so much for all of your love and support, and we will see you next time on 36 Bricks.